Okay, so this is going to be a quick introduction on measuring properly with the calipers. So we're going to be measuring this lock. We're going to be measuring the OD, the outer diameter here, and the width across the Bible of the lock. So this is a micrometer. It's fancy and expensive. It comes with a inbuilt torque settings here, so you always apply the same pressure when you're measuring things. So we have it currently set at 0, and we're going to check the actual OD of the lock core. Okay, so we get it in there, we close it up gently, and we turn, letting that torque set. We see 16,938. So we can trust this reading as being very accurate. 16,938. Okay. So now we're going to switch to the calipers. So here's our calipers. Calipers don't have that kind of torque setting. So what you need to do is get that consistent feel with your thumb. Okay. So I can zero this at any point, right, with this button here. But what I want to do is I want to put the same pressure with my thumb in this direction as I would when I'm measuring something, and then I want to zero it there. Okay, so that when I open this up and close it down, I get a very similar or the same reading. Okay, so if I give this a little wiggle in here, keep the same pressure, we're pretty close to the micrometer's reading. 16.95, 16.93, just depending on the rotation here. And if you remember, our measurement on the micrometer was 16.938. Right, so that's pretty good. We're teeter-tottering on either side of that. You know, we can call it 16.934. Yeah, we're just either side of it, so pretty good. Using that same pressure. To note though, so you can overpressure it. See, right now I'm pushing in very hard and I'm getting 16.92. It's showing as way smaller than it really is. Or I can put on too little pressure. 16.96, 16.98, just sort of loosely sliding around in there. So being consistent is the key to using a calipers. So let's just do another one here on the Bible. So we're going to re-zero, make sure we're still good. Good pressure. We'll just check broadly in here. 9.97. Let's check that on the micrometer. Yeah, small disagreement. Depends as well, like I guess where on the lock you check these, because locks are not the world's most precise things. So yeah, it seems to be averaging. So there's a high spot there. 9.97, 9.96, 9.975, 9.8, 9.8. But yeah, across the length of the lock, pretty decent average. And we'll just do one last measurement for the total height of the object. So if you remember when we were doing the OD of the core, we were kind of rotating it in here. We're going to be doing the same thing. You can imagine like this is kind of like a larger circle, right, tangent here and here. Both of these ends are rounded, right? So you have to measure them at the highest points on either side, just like a circle. So we're going to do the same thing. What you can do is you can close the calipers over the object, when you know for sure that it's not correctly orientated for high spots, apply your pressure and then rotate the part, pushing the calipers out and checking for the highest reading. Okay. So 32, 8, 4. And that's pretty consistent as we rotate back and forth. 32, 8, 4 is our high spot. When you're doing this, you want to make sure you're not accidentally levering the part this way or this way, or you'll get widely different results. See? Back to 8, 4, tilting, now it's horribly off, now it's flat and even, and it's back to 8, 4. Another thing to note, calipers are reasonably accurate, but not that accurate, you know. In terms of millimeters, if you're off by 1 or 2, you know, when you're repeating your readings or against some known value. For example, I know this to be, you know, exactly 25 millimeters across here, from checking on the micrometer. But, you know, we might find ourselves, so we're getting lucky here, it's getting spot on, but if this read, yeah, like this, if this reads minus 0.01 or plus 0.01, that's just, you know, within the realms of realistic measuring for the calipers. These are not even inexpensive calipers, you know, pretty cheap, but, you know, accurate. So have realistic expectations about what you can measure with the calipers if you really need, you know, much more precise measurement. The rule of thumb is that your measuring device should be capable of 1 order of magnitude more precision than you need, right? So if we really want to measure something down to the 0.01, well, we need 10 times that level of precision. So here you're kind of really only trusting it, you know, to within 1 or 2 on the 0.01 scale. This is going to be much more accurate down there.